and you'll be able to see it. Jake's gonna start on the next item because this one's almost done. Just a few finishing touches, doesn't take much. It started out with some amazing color that you see right here, attached in a confetti pattern.
All you're gonna do is flare it open and make it into that shape.
And they did the handoff. Do you see that? The handoff. Gotta have it hot here at the Glass Academy. We are the Gathering Point Show.
Mm-hmm.
Number 275 of our live shows.
Start it up. I'm just gonna put this away. I'm gonna knock it off right now.
Jake's gonna knock it off with the torch next week. I'm gonna have this finished for you. You're gonna see what's going on. This is the confetti lamp. Yes, you heard me right. Lamp. Dun 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 dun.
Very nice.
Okay, so the torch, the top of this, once it gets knocked off, is also going to have the torch on it. There will be no sharp edges. Nothing sharp in this place. In the background, Chris has started the next piece. We're going to head on over to that in 1 second. Bada bing. Oliver's going to use this sweet torch.
Maybe open it up a little with the tweezers, Jake.
No, it doesn't need to be opened up.
Make sure it's got enough for a cord to go through.
The cord's going the other way. That's the top. You guys are just going to be surprised and delighted when you see what this is. Now, much like a sporting event, back at the scene, we've got Chris Nordine here. Owner
Is that Aventurine up there, Oliver?
Turine, yep.
Getting ready to lay it down. What are you making, Chris?
I'm making a barbarian chalice. This is Renaissance themed night tonight. We got a lot going on here.
All right, while he's adding the color, I'm going to do a quick dip over to the board. Welcome to the Gathering Point. We are show number 275, doing bosom chillers and shot glasses and barbarian beer mugs. You guys want to know what a bosom chiller is? You're going to have to wait to find out. If you know, put it in the chat. Many of you here might exactly know what that product is. I try to get a quick view of the table in because once the show gets rolling, yeah, things get a little crazy. Hey, Beth, can you tell us where people are watching from?
Yeah, Bess, tell us right now.
My mic was stuck in my pocket. Hello, everybody. We've got Carol watching from Sarnia. We've got Deborah from New Jersey, Pat from Shelby Township, Katrina from Chicagoland. Dana says, hey, everyone, can't wait. 2 more days till happy hour. Can't wait till you're here, Dana. We've got Alexis from Gastonia, North Carolina. Already pouring in. Got my giant jug of water. I sure can. So this is what? Something you brought back? All right, let's check it out. Look how cute this little box is. Those of you who are maybe longtime watchers, can you describe in the comments for 5 words or more why we have a box?
All right, so we got a nice bubble coming out in this top of the chalice. Looking pretty cool. I used a little bit of that magical Aventurine in it. You can kind of see that nice color.
And that's be like the same color as your shirt?
Yeah, it's going to be actually this particular piece is going to be the same color as my shirt. You're very observant, Oliver. Below. Keep going.
So in case you guys didn't hear Chris, tonight is all about Renfest.
Keep going harder.
Renfest is coming
Below.
up pretty quickly. It does start next
Good.
month. So we've got an awesome Renfest kind of themed table for you tonight, as well as some items that they're going to be moving.
Oh yeah, we got some nice spiraling fanciness here. The sweat glands just burst on my forehead, folks.
It'll happen.
Literally, I just stood in front of the glory hole for just a minute, and look out, it happened. All right, Oliver, so I'm going to have a one gather go in and pick up some adventurine on it, and then twist it up a little bit, get all fancy and creative.
Okay.
The world is your creative oyster at this moment.
I love oysters. Okay.
And then gather over that, and you're going to bring it over, and I'll block it, and then I'll give it back to you, and you're going to bring it over and drop it on top of this. We're going to do a chalice base.
Okay, so start a little bit below thumb size.
About thumb size center core.
Okay. I got you.
So it's real important to work the chalice base very, very, very hot, guys. You got to have it hot, and you got to have a lot of strength in your arm because you're using the jacks, and I'm going to be going like this and angling them out and stretching it into a really beautiful chalice base. Almost like a large avolio, if you know what that is. When we make goblets, you know what an avolio, the connection point between the stem and the foot. So this is the interior core of the chalice.
And I don't know why, because you can see that it took over the event that I put in.
You may even want to do a little dab of that blue in there, Oliver. Just a little bit in like two tiny little spots. The one on the right, yeah. Hoi, hoi. Perfect. Look at this guy. Whenever Oliver does something perfect, you guys, you're going to hear something in the background. It's going to go, hoi.
That's a lot of pressure for the rest of the show.
Right. So he's actually adding some decorativeness to the core here. Looking good, twisting it up. The neat thing about when you do this is those impressions from the tweezers and the twists will actually trap air when he gathers over it.
Crazy how quickly this camera heats up. Backing off. All right, we got Chris and Oliver. You're watching the Gathering Point show. We do this live every week.
Yeah, you guys, this is our 275th show today, and we're loving it here in Dearborn, Michigan. You're going to just let
That's where they
that
are.
cool off and gather over it.
Yeah, I was just giving it 1 second to heat up so I could smooth it out a little bit.
So I'd probably say you're going to make it about the size of like a nice meditation globe, Oliver. Maybe even a little bit bigger.
Okay.
All right, you're the man. Go for it.
Let's do it. Oh, that's going to look nice.
So he's encasing that color combination that matches the top of this chalice. And we basically are working on Renaissance product because we're getting ready for the Renaissance Festival. It starts the second week in August, just north of Detroit in Holly, Michigan, and it's the Michigan Renaissance Festival. We've been the glass blowers out there for about 28 years, and it is an amazing time out there. Oliver, all you're going to need to do is swap up with me right here and flash that for me, and I'm going to shape this puppy up so it's perfect.
So this is a wooden tool that he's using. It's a wood block. It's soaked in water. So that's what keeps it from burning. You can see he puts it right back, and we call it the murk water.
Hey, Oliver.
All right,
And then they're going to trade. You're going to
Okay,
see
heat that up.
glassblowing is a series of additions added.
Get it nice and hot on the neck. All right, so it's real important to get this on center, guys. A lot of the drinkware we do has to be on center. It's looking real good, Oliver. I'm ready for you.
It's so funny how like
Very
the colors
nice.
match what we're making. This piece matches Chris's shirt. He's color coordinated today, making items that work with him. Oliver's ready. This wooden paddle is a cherry wood.
I
It's
think we're
very
okay
hard
till I get it
fruit wood.
reheated, Oliver.
Okay.
Doesn't need it.
Not
it is
yet.
just like a sporting event. He's going to make the pass. Wait, no, he didn't make the pass.
If I could leave it nice and short and squat like this, it would be a lower drinking vessel. But I'm going to be angling that out like I explained to you guys earlier with the jack so that it really draws it out and gives it a nice, elegant shape.
We're testing over here.
All right, so you're going to draw it out a little bit further. Do you want paddle on right away?
I'm going to kind of feel it out a little bit, maybe.
Okay. I'll be on standby.
Yeah.
Show us your standby tools.
Oh, yeah, this is my standby tool, and you hold it just like
Perfect.
this.
So at a moment's notice,
Put right
you can
here.
jump right in.
All right. On, Oliver.
Pretty hard pressure.
Twist your paddle to the right a little so it sharpens the edge of my thing. There you go. See that? Beautiful. I'm really drawing it out, guys. Okay, lighten up a little bit, but stay on, just so I can get some more length out of it. Good.
What is the squeaking
The
from?
squeaking is from the jacks getting so hot that they were just pretty much bare metal on glass. So making these chalices, this is a pretty key point right here that really makes it look elegant. Watch how I do this, guys. I let gravity do the work. I get it nice and hot, and now I'm just letting that fall out. And as it's falling out, I'm going to go in and indent the bottom.
So that's where the punny's going to go.
Right. So I got the bottom indented, but I'm going to really try to tighten this shape up a little.
All right, if you're watching the show live, we normally are on Facebook and YouTube. For some reason, YouTube glitched a little today, and we don't see it on there yet. So we'll figure that out. So if you're watching us from Facebook, welcome. This is the Gathering Point Show, where Jake says, and hot off the press, it's a beautiful thing.
All right, so we got the stem. Now this stem's real hot, so I got to take about 3 or 4 heats to get it to cool off in the core.
That doesn't make any sense. How are you going to take heats to let it cool off?
That's a good question, Oliver. What I'm doing is I'm heating the outside and letting the inside cool off so that it doesn't hold too much heat.
And it,
All right, Oliver, go ahead and heat that up. Bring it on over.
all right, rolling along. We're going to move
Yep.
that torch in the background because American Gas is not a sponsor yet of
Could
the
you
Gathering Point
imagine?
Show. So the cool thing is you're not going to be able to see the true colors until this piece is finished. Each of the items that we make take a little bit of time to make. And
All
they're
right.
nice orange hot, so the colors are not real until the next day when it cools off completely.
Beautiful.
There you are.
No, there's batteries in the front office. You think it's the batteries? Yeah, there should be batteries in the front office.
So let's take a quick peek at this before I heat it up and open the top. Look at it, just came off the blowpipe here, everybody. You can see that gorgeous shape, and because we said we're doing Renaissance product, this is a definitely a Renaissance era chalice, but we're going to put some barbarian spikes on it. so that just in case things got a little crazy when whoever owns this piece needed to protect themselves from some crazy treachery in the woods, they could use this on there.
Do you think the Renaissanceian and barbaric like time periods happen at the same time?
Yeah, I think so.
Different countries are the same.
I think they just, especially out at the Michigan Renaissance Festival, it all goes down, guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes we even have some Star Wars characters. I saw a Renaissance-style Chewbacca out there.
I think that was just Bigfoot.
It probably was. Yeti.
All right, using the, not shears, the tweezers, because he is going to cut it. Now, we do have a membership here at the Glass Academy. The membership is for anyone who wants to join. The Loyalty League only opens up 4 times a year. Star supporters can be at any time. We'll share information as the show goes along. But this first warm-up piece is available to people who are members of the Loyalty League. These are members who invested in our business and our cause, and we give them first pick because membership has its privileges.
Question
Why do
for
we
you,
have
Chris.
2 torches?
Yeah.
We brought the fluffer torch, this guy over here, for some of the work we're doing in the future, and then the show started and it just got left over there by accident. As soon as Jake and Bess figure out the mics.
Yeah, but I didn't mind it.
See, we got a little tech stuff going on. As soon as they figure out the mics, Jake will get that moved out of there. I just exactly answered that. I got my Facebook open and I'm like, oh, let's see if there's any questions.
You can start those handles up, Oliver.
All right.
It's
you
so
want
interesting.
them
We're
have
not
3
that
of 'em.
far apart.
clear?
But
I think they're going to be
Hey,
not
everybody.
clear. Let's make them copper blue.
From there
Okay.
to there, like,
Yes.
1 coat of copper blue is fine.
these guys
Okay.
can't even hear when Bess is talking. Bye, Amy.
Real quick, I just want to let you know my grandma's calling me. So if you're watching, hey, I'm here.
Not during the show.
Working
Grandma.
right now.
That's okay. Grandmas tend to do that. What do you mean you couldn't answer my phone call? What do you mean you were working?
So we got a real beautiful chalice here, guys, out of a powder blue. That's the same color as my shirt. That beautiful aventurine in the 3 vortexes. And I'll rake that right off there, so I take all of that out.
sorry.
Sorry, go for it. Right into a nice cylinder. Beautiful.
Can the amazing people hear me out there? Loud and clear?
Jake, quiet down.
Holy son of a gun.
All right, Oliver,
Back
bring
to
it
the
on.
Rescheduled action or whatever they call it.
Steady right there. Okay, another one.
All right, folks, what a gorgeous, sweaty day. Ooh, going for the spikes on the side of this. Well, we were just doing everything we could with our human brains to try and fix the audio and YouTube not showing up. So if you guys are watching on Facebook because you traditionally watch on YouTube, welcome to the FB side of things. It's a beautiful day in the shop here, and amidst that, this is exactly why we have 4 every show on Tuesday nights, because it allowed for me and Bess to go put our brains together and try and figure out some tech camera. Chris and Oliver are making
I'm ready
a
if you are,
ridiculous,
Oliver.
incredible piece, which was it mentioned that this is a members exclusive item?
Correct.
All right, well, sounds like you guys got all the information you need. If you guys have technical questions, let us know. This is going to be a beautiful show. We got 1 custom order for Wendy McInnes tonight. We're going to be making another beautiful Renaissanceian piece after that. And if you guys are new to the show, let us know. But please also let us know where you're watching from. Let us know how many shows ago you found us. And let us know if there's something maybe you want to see in the future that you want us to do on the show. And type it all out in one beautiful comment in the comment section. That'd be great. 5 words or more, that's right.
Yeah, so we got 2 good barbarian spikes on this piece.
What would you say is difficult about doing these spikes? Because the way you're putting them on and the symmetry of them's coming out really pretty clean and it looks pretty simple, but you think there's anything difficult about doing those?
There is, because one, Oliver, what was the sound we were going to make when he does something good? Hoot, hoot, or something?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, well, he's bringing me some great bits, but getting the bits the right size and keeping them from moving once you got them set up is very important. That's the hard part here. I'm ready, Oliver.
You're saying the hard part's on the assistant in this particular process.
Yeah, I kind of think maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Testing.
It's always hard for the gaffer, but sometimes it's harder for the assistant as well.
I mean, I would certainly say that an assistant that knows what they're doing and can get in the mind of the gaffer can make the gaffer have a much easier time and, if anything, expand the capabilities of the gaffer and of that product that they're making based on their capabilities to bring what's necessary for that project.
If you could, ooh.
Hey everyone, if you think that this could be hard for the assistant, just write intentional in the comments for me real quick.
Yeah. Intentional times 5.
There's a callback.
I think I fixed
I'm
my mic.
equalizing it now, which means I'm trying to let the one I just put on, the spiked handle barbarian spike, I put on cool off to be the same temperature as the other ones.
I'd love to know in the comments, being that it's a moment, Bess is back in action and I'll be back in action and so is Michelle. We can watch and monitor the comments, but how many of you guys have been to a Renaissance Festival before? And if you haven't, are you planning on it, or why haven't you?
We do have a question regarding RenFest, and Linda says, is this Oliver's second year for RenFest? And if it is, what are you looking forward to this year?
This is my second year going to RenFest with the Glass Academy. I've been a patron of the RenFest for going on 4 years now. And then what was the follow-up part to that question, Bess?
What are you looking forward to this year?
I think like the RenFest crowd is just so much fun. Like it's a little bit more rowdy, and I'm just really excited to like be blowing glass in front of a high energy crowd and make up random Jake Nordine facts. I think that was my favorite part of last year, was just being on the microphone and making up random things about Jake and having Jake kind of like adapt to my emceeing.
We don't have 4 microphones out there.
All right, I'll
Those
take a
who
clear bit.
Man the
Okay.
microphone do man many a bit of power of that stage and of the crowd out there. And we love the showmanship. We love the entertainment aspect of blowing glass and explaining the process to you guys and talking about what the deal is and all that goodness. And believe it or not, it's a little bit different out there when you've got an actual crowd in front of you as well. Right now, we're just assuming your guys' emotions. That's why we love seeing comments from you guys and seeing interactions on the show, because we can tell what the deal is and how you're feeling and what you like, so we can cater to you guys a little bit more and give you guys what you're interested in seeing on our show.
What was really fun to me, so this past year was the first time I'd ever been out to RenFest, was when I came and dropped off that big box of pumpkins to you guys.
Oh,
And listening to you guys on the mic is fun, knowing when something is not a fact and seeing the crowd just go along with it.
that's the truth, because we don't necessarily know how you guys are reacting, and if you're getting upset with us messing around and the tomfoolery and the shenanigans on here.
Like on the live show, my only indicator on if a joke lands is if I get a little smile out of Bess.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only time I know if I'm doing a good job.
And that's helpful.
All right.
This piece, you guys, amidst all our banter,
I love it.
I love
This is
that
looking
little bit of
super
flare
good.
at the top. It's a beautiful shape.
Holding the cup, just levitating there.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful color on the inside. That's going to be a baby blue with an electric transparent blue horned bit of action. And let's see it come off the pipe real easy. Yeah. You want to claw it away?
Certainly.
I think taking it in the middle back is going to leave us enough room for this next wild custom order we're about to do.
In number 1.
Number 1. I'll get the dough.
Woo, all right. Okay.
Nice. Beautiful.
All right.
That's a nice warmer upper. That's a nice way to get the day going. We've talked about it for a while. I think our warmer uppers have always been hardly a warmer upper. It's kind of the irony of this show and the way we do things is that we say it's the warmer upper, but it's a member exclusive piece and it's usually one of the craziest ones of the day. We like to jump right into it. Yeah, Michelle's asking me to just walk this around this beautiful display here, folks. This is our virtual gallery on the gathering point for the night. And these are all first time seen online on the show products. And let me make sure that the LED's on because we got it. We'll turn it off after this if we need to. I mean, look at that though. That's insane, number 4.
Yeah, I know. The shimmer on that is
What
amazing.
do we got here?
First off, shout out to Helena.
Shouts out to Helena, great family friend, sending my mom some garb in the mail, Detroit.
Hey, this is what a bosom chiller is.
that a
Michelle
Detroit
says this
puddle,
is a
by the way?
bosom chiller.
That's incredible. That's one of our products, folks.
Jake, Michelle does not have a mic, so don't get too far away from her.
All right, why don't you just take this and give them the rundown? Call this the old
This
Nintendo
is
mic.
the bosom chiller. So what we do is we add ice inside. At Renaissance, everyone's got their garb on. They've got their super fancy outfits on, right? They're all dolled up. What you do is you take this bad boy, I can't do it with this shirt, you slide it in your bosom and leave it right there, and I can even feel it through the shirt. The ice against your chest totally cools you off. And so we refill you with ice the whole festival. This is the hottest thing at the Renaissance. We've been doing this 20 years, 21 years now that we've been there. People go crazy.
Incredible. And there's a few of them on here, you guys. Some people, a lot of people, we do know wear these to work. They wear it on their regular daily day. That's what you call it, a regular daily day. But consider thinking about that. Consider thinking about a couple of these brand new fingerprintless, incredible one and done products from tonight's show. I'm going to finish off this ride down the table. We're going to get back to the action. Look at that subtle bling bling.
All right, this is the giveaway.
All right,
These are.
I'll pass this off to somebody, and I'm going to get going on Wendy McInnes's piece, folks.
Can you talk about the stickers, Bess?
Absolutely. So Michelle has some really fun stickers that are flipped over on this table that she's showing off right now.
And two cannot the same item.
And the two that look super similar in shape that she's pointing to right now are not the same item, even though they kind of look like it. If you guys can guess in the comments, take a guess on what each sticker is. So you should have at least 6 words in your comment because you're going to guess on each sticker. Go in order from top across and then bottom across. And let's see if you can guess what these are. So actually, she's going to put them in a new order. There we go. That's better.
That's a hint.
So if you guys can guess in order what those items are on the stickers, we will reveal them later in the show. But super fun new stickers coming soon.
All right, folks.
Hot action's right here in this pitcher of water. Woo!
Whoa.
You almost lost it, dude.
Don't be warming up my ice water now.
Folks, this is going to be a custom order for Wendy McInnes.
Now, even though it's for Wendy, I saw a comment from Linda asking if you could describe this piece in your best Ren Fair lingo.
Oh.
Now, I know you're not there right now, Jake.
Asking me to get in the spirit of the Ren Fair?
That's right.
Before you do that, I want to mention the table's now live.
Ah, the virtual gallery.
And now continue.
I feel like we have to start this piece with a good doff.
Doff? Doth thee
Hark hither,
Doth thine splash?
art thou putting pickle reeds on the splash?
I think we need Uncle Israel for this one.
Right. I think I might be yelling into the microphone too.
I think you might be yelling
You
into the
always are
microphone
yelling
too.
into the microphone.
I
There's
feel
not a
like
maybe.
I feel
It's
like
hard-
I'm on the Renaissance stage yelling to 100 people out in the woods.
The Renaissance
microphone.
voice is legitimately tough to do not yelling. You can't
Yeah.
speak at a normal tone of voice and do the Renaissance voice.
That is why we've came into this show with a yelling atmosphere. You're in a hot shop, there's a bunch of people, our microphone's all beat up and falling apart, and we always are yelling into the microphone. So that's kind of how we grew up and how we know how it goes. So when we are screaming a little bit, thank goodness we've got our tech champion Bess to work the dials.
We're always at like negative 25 gain.
I just, sometimes have to just crank everybody down a few notches, but it's fine. It
20
works
pointer.
out.
You know, one of the biggest problems with the microphone is out there at the Ren Fair? The buildup of beard hair in it. That's right.
That's gross, folks.
would
That's
be
going to
if
get
we
people
were-
leaving the show.
That would.
All right.
If that makes you uncomfortable, everybody, just think about it.
So he's going into an optical mold. It
I think
looked
I
like
hit
a
the mold
pretty
just like that
darn-
last week.
I'm gonna get this towel out of the way. So basically, you're kind of doing the same thing that Oliver just did, right? With that base of the chalice that I just made.
Yes, but I don't know if anybody other than Wendy even knows what we're making yet. Has anybody said?
Did you want me to
Thine
describe it, or do
splash.
you want to describe it,
I
Jacob?
wanted to see if the people could understand by watching this move as I burn my fingers right off.
The worm technique, guys. Look at that.
Get back here.
That
Then you take the worm's tail,
You give it a little trim
see that
trim.
little worm rattler?
Yep.
You do one of these.
You actually gave it a monumental blow. Hold on, I'm going to zoom in on it, Jake, because I don't want to get out. Stay there. And look at that. That thing is bigger than Oliver's head.
That's bigger than
Now
my
don't
head.
move. Stay right there. Now look, it is Oliver's head right now,
This
everybody.
is like an Oliver head eclipse.
That's Oliver's
no.
head. It was.
That only happens once every 10 years.
It only happens to Oliver once every 10 years. I like that, Oliver.
All right,
can
I'm
hear
going
me?
for a jumbo dunk.
So
Thank
he's
you, sir.
taking a jumbo gather.
I'm taking this from Chris because he's got to jump in the scene. We got our custom order ready.
Just taking this jumbo gather.
That's what it is. The cool
Now I
in the
like when we
pipe.
make these splashes, they turn out the most beautiful, and in fact they are called garden blooms on the website. So if you were curious, if you were a new customer and you were looking at our website frantically trying to understand what the heck a splash is,
Doth thy garden bloom.
doth thy garden bloom
I could
hither
have
here.
grabbed one prior.
Well, did you want me to go get one?
Yeah.
I wanted to say that they're garden blooms, but they looked like a splash created them.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Well, I'm just going to shape this up. This is actually a really difficult product to make. If you guys were around for our 200th show, which was a celebration, we had live music and an in-audience,
Hello.
studio crowd. Yeah.
Got that right?
A live studio audience, not our usual laugh track.
Ah, there you go.
We made one of these that was probably like 8 times as much glass, and it was solid and it was heavy, and it took all 4 of us to make. This is somewhere in between those two, because we're also going to add something we've never added before to a bloom.
Oh, look at that idea.
And now this particular super fancy, super special deal is going to have multiple. What would be called a stamen? Is that what the flower coming out of the center is a stamen? It has
That's right.
the pollen on it and all that other good stuff.
Look at that. That science class paid off.
That's pretty
I
good.
learned that somewhere else in science class, guys, because we weren't talking about that stuff in science class. We were like dissecting pigs and all kinds of other
Shoot
crazy
spit
stuff.
In
balls.
your high school?
Oh yeah.
What were you guys dissecting in high school? Tell us in the chat.
I got to
was
take the
not-
aorta out of this pig and blow in it and make its chest expand. It was pretty cool.
That's hardcore, folks.
Huh. If
But-
you dissected something in school, tell us what it was.
I mean, that is really pretty in there like that. Just such a natural shade. So Jake's going to get buck wild, you guys, and it's all about the organicness of the glass.
There.
Just do it perfect.
There, little splash. These are actually really hard, folks. You can mess around with it. It's a lot of glass. I'm not worried about exploding, but I need to keep its core heat. And it's just difficult to get them to all. You don't want them to spin out perfectly proportionate, but you don't want one super extendo because that'll spin so far out to the side that the rest of them will stay tight to the body, and that one will just drip off of the piece. So there is a certain level of planned imperfection. Jeez, that's
And I
hot.
can only tell you that that planned imperfection is because they've done enough of them, they know.
So also, Jake's going to be keeping in mind, and I know he's keeping this in mind, because once he uses the gravity and the softness of the material to get this thing spun out to its largest and perfected splash shape, he can't have it be too big that it doesn't go back into the glory hole, because if it does, he wants to be able to go in and out of there very easily when he adds those reeds onto the top. So pretty much at a
With
certain
ease.
at a certain point, Jake, we're going to have both doors open, and they're just going to be staying open. Maybe one of us is going to hang out over there and close it and open it as you go in and out, so we don't lose all of our precious heat.
I think at this point it's pretty much certified that this is going to be a pretty hardcore piece. We're only halfway through it here, but hardcore piece for a hardcore collector. And Wendy McInnes and Sarah Cole.
It's really looking cool on the inside.
It's spinning out really correct. I really like it. The reason we did that color pattern is because when you cover it up in clear and you start to spread it out like this, it really exaggerates and expands and magnifies that beautiful pattern on the inside. It's almost like a threaded look. It's really a beautiful thing.
All right.
And actually, speaking of it's a beautiful thing,
I did.
oh, you did already?
I get up.
Since I just said that.
It's a beautiful thing.
These are our new magnets. What? They will go on the website this weekend. They are not on the website now. Fresh from the post office box. I don't even know how much we paid for them, so I don't even know what to charge. All in good time. So this is kind of tricky. You guys have not done this. Could be beginner's luck. How do you know it's going to work out?
We don't.
Exactly.
I think I'm still on the pipe quite a bit here.
Get off of there.
So you need the superheater,
All the way up.
the torch on the top part of the neck.
Might be able to yank it one more time here.
Well, you let me know if you need me to give you an extra shin
Little bit of
sham here
mojo.
with the torchy. Yes?
Yes, please. So now the key is going to be, after we get this pulled off of the pipe, letting this solidify enough that it's going to hold its heat, hold its integrity, but we're also going to have it not get too cold that it cracks and pops one of the edges do. Because we got 3 beautiful garden reeds to add onto the top of this.
And so are the
There
garden
you
reeds
go.
pre-made?
Nay, we're gonna put them on hot. We're gonna put them on elegantly.
So how do you pull out 3 at the same time?
Individual bits.
All right,
Hit it one more
let's
time and
do
spin it. Try to get it flattened out a hair more. Maybe.
Do you want the garden reeds to be flattened, Jake? Kind of like that?
They gotta be squared.
Square.
rectangle.
Yes.
And I was thinking, we were talking about Wendy and I, she left it up to us to choose the colors. She said she wanted a blue splash. I pulled out the two different pinks in the aventurine. There's got to be aventurine in there. So I was thinking one solid pink with half of it aventurine, one pink with magenta and a little bit of aventurine, and one just magenta with aventurine.
Gotcha.
Gathered over with clear.
Gotcha.
So before the show, we write all this
Want me
up
to start one
so
up?
Do
that
you want to put them on, or do you want me to put them? Or do you want,
I can put it on.
yeah, you put them on. We'll collab on it.
we write this down so we're
So
all
you
on
make
the
the first
same
one.
page.
The first one's going to be the biggest one, right? And then we'll do the littler ones on the outside.
Okay.
Okay. So
okay,
big
so
is
here
how
it
big?
is. See how it's written there on the floor?
Yeah.
Maybe a little narrower.
Yeah.
That's exactly the color pattern, right? Jake, you're doing this pattern right here?
Right here.
Perfect.
Yep.
Oh, you guys remember that one from last week? Do they remember that one?
I thought you said bird. I'm like, you got a new tattoo? Wait, where? All right.
Yes. That was where I got him. I saw it on the golf course the other day and got to point it out to everybody as he was walking off the green.
You say I did that.
I said, that was my tag right there. I tagged my boy.
That's nice.
All right. This piece, Oliver's staying on his toes. His job is to keep that glory hole cold or doors closed so it doesn't get cold. Seems like a ridiculous thing when we're all sweating profusely, but the reality is that heat will escape and it'll make it very difficult to work on this piece. Now, if you'll notice, you'll see a lot of clear in the piece that Chris has at the bench that I'm zoomed in on, so Jake's putting his piece right over it.
Oops.
And Chris wants his glass cooler, so again, that's going to hold the glass stable while we work with the hot glass. There's a very fine line between keeping it cool enough that it doesn't move, but not so cool that it breaks. So another thing Oliver's going to be doing is watching from a distance and being very aware of when it needs torching and jumping in if it ever needs to be torched. This is an odd piece in terms of the three rods coming out of it, the reeds
smaller
coming out.
at the pipe.
We've not done anything like this.
You're going three of those, right?
Yeah.
Hello to William.
You want me to
Lutz.
neck it or no?
Said he
Yeah, I was
finally
going to
caught
ask if
us
you want a
on
little
this.
neckline in it,
Yep.
and then I'll flatten it up.
Yep.
Does that need a flash or not?
Nope.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh. You got it?
Yep. No problem. It goes in real easy on one side.
I think this is just going to be exactly what we need here.
Okay.
So I could sharpen it up a hair more.
Go for it.
I'll take one more squish and then a heat, and then we'll go for it.
Swapped out some mics, and Bess was like, "Oh my God, that mic box is so hot." Because Oliver's
He was
standing
standing
over there
next
by
to the glory
heat.
hole.
For a second here, Oliver. I'm going to let this cool down.
I'm going to go for my last flash, then
Yes,
you can get in
beautiful.
there.
I'll be ready for you.
So I gotta say, I'm not jealous of this piece. In terms of making it, this is gonna be real tricky. This is gonna be where you
Okay,
see
coming
the
out.
skill of the glass blower.
All right, you go back
The
in if you like.
trickiest part is the finishing of it, because as many of you guys know, we usually put a copper tube on the bottom so you can put it in your garden on a piece of rebar. And the combination of these two garden pieces that we offer is not allowing for either traditional method. Here we go. Of putting on copper wire.
Or the
Copper
copper
tube.
pipe. So you might know the copper pipe is the tool that we can use so it can get into the garden.
Gravity, nice move.
We have done many garden products, but because we use them ourselves over the years, the way we've done it in the past with glue does not hold stable enough. So the copper being mixed in with the glass allows it to hold stable. And so in these last few years, we've changed up how we do it.
Maybe we don't need a neckline in the next one.
So am I going to give this a little bit of a twist, an undulation there, Jake?
Yeah, maybe the front one is kind of the S, like dragon tongue bend, and then the other two are the super curlers. I don't know. Up to you.
Great time for comments. You got anything on there?
Yes. It looks like
Nice.
we have a couple people joining in late. Hello, Sarah, for popping in. We're currently in the middle of a custom order for Wendy, and we're working on a garden splash with some reeds on it. Let's see here. James says, hi, everyone. Hope all are having a great day today. Hello, James. Thank you. We hope you are, too. William says, my wife and I both really love our splashes. Need a yellow one next. What colors do you already have, William?
Hey, Bill. That's Bill from Florida, right?
I might be.
Bill Lutz?
Yes.
I think those guys might have some special mojo coming in store. I feel it in the air.
What?
Pam says hi from Westland. Hi, Pam. Patty says hello from Omaha. Hello, Patty. So I have to tell you guys a story about the snail I got from my mom.
Uh-oh.
It was a sparkle snail,
It was,
yeah?
You helped me pick him out, Jake.
I remember.
And I mailed him last Tuesday, so a week ago. Technically, I put him in the mail Monday night, but of course it was after hours, so he would have gotten picked up Tuesday morning.
Right.
Because of the holiday, his ETA for delivery was Friday, this past Friday, and he got to where he was supposed to be in Buffalo on Wednesday night, so I thought he was good to go. I checked it again on Thursday, and for some reason, he left New York where he was supposed to be
No.
and went all the way out to Kansas.
No.
So this poor snail was lost for the past about half of a week, floating around the United States. He made it to Kansas, he made it to Missouri, he made it to New Jersey, until he
A little
finally
wider on
made
this
it
one,
all the
Jake.
way back to New York and got delivered this morning.
Missouri.
Those snails do move pretty fast.
So he is a well-traveled snail.
Well, I have to give a shout out with that comment. We had someone who ordered some wedding goblets.
I did like the...
He did type the address in wrong. So the goblets
The neck
went
on
around
it.
the world, not
Jake,
really literally,
the neck on it
but
would be nice, Jake.
we chased him down. They
You
came
can
back,
flash this for
shipped
me
him out today.
after you come out. Flash it and I'll put the neck on it.
Moral of the story, make sure you put your right shipping address in when you ask for a product to be sent.
Yeah, that's super helpful.
Yeah, right? He was just like, where are my goblets? And we're like, well, we sent them to this address. He's like, whose address is that? And we're like, I don't know, we thought it was yours. And he's like, oh my gosh, I typed it in wrong. He like flip-flopped his own numbers.
Oh,
it was in New
no.
York City. It went to like 35th Street
Go for it. Get
instead
the
of
neck nice and hot
53rd
and
Street.
the whole thing
Oh
hot.
no, it happens.
Yeah, something to that effect.
You want it thick by the neck like that?
No, but it'll pull out. If you get it real hot up by the neck, I'll torch it and pull it out. I don't want it to get too long, too quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bill says we have a purple splash, a copper blue, and a red splash.
All right, again, can't get too close. The camera does want to overheat.
Nice sideways stick. Super squisher, going for the pull. Work that gravity, baby. And this is what's tough when you've got an elongated shape with a lot of heat like this. You want me to hold it or anything?
I'm doing all right.
Once he flips that back right side up and goes for a flash, he needs to be thinking about the way gravity is bending that long, hot shape. And depending on whether he wants it or not, he could purposefully let it tag against that first reed, let it fall the opposite way, but the more it bends away from the original splash, the wider the piece gets and the harder it is to turn it in the hole.
Open.
And now is the point where we really got to build heat back up into that splash on the bottom. You can't let that get too cold, so I might even suggest pulling out the
Open.
fluffer. You want to see some fluffer action, Dad, on that?
In a minute.
Okay. I'll slide this your way, Oliver, and I'm going to go start up the third one. It's a serious piece, folks. If you guys have never seen something like this in your lives,
Consider yourself
Lucky.
put a comment in the chat.
Right? Intentional.
Intentional.
It's Oliver's
Radical.
word of the day. Maybe we should do a word of the day. I like that. Wow, that's pretty groovy looking.
Dad, I'm going to bring this one like, what, 30% smaller? So we got a little ratio.
Yeah, and it'd be nice if it was wider. Like
wider than
that
the last
wide,
one.
so if it comes out over here and just goes whoop, like
All
on
right.
an angle.
Got it.
So I don't know how to describe this, but Beth is taller than me and comes with a different viewpoint because I'm like the glass blower. So I don't know if you follow us on Instagram, but we have some great reels that we post on there. And so Beth, again, has this different perspective that I don't have. So she's going to jump in and do a couple Instagram reels or shots.
Pulled up an old draft and it just kept playing.
All right, the comment was thicker. So that means Jake is being
Getting sweaty.
aware of the glass, how he's shaping it so it's thicker.
I got the churning.
And you know Chris is concentrating hard when we don't hear him talking.
If you have an extra moment, you can stamp it down there against the flash.
Let me know if you want the fluffer, Chris.
Okay.
Right now he's going to do the stamp. This is how we sign our pieces. He's got a nice hot area. He's going to use the stamp. Boom. Branded, just like that. Little dancing going on, everyone moving in different directions. There's Beth, like I said, she's doing a quick dip in to take this video.
Hot
Her phone
fluffer.
won't overheat in just that little bit, so she got super close. She always does a nice job with these. Thicker, so I'm not sure how Jake's making it thicker. Maybe he's just not pushing down as
Coming
hard.
out.
Oliver running the doors. We'll probably go to housekeeping after this to give the glass blowers a little break.
You want the necky poo?
Sure.
This might just work for you, I don't know. Want a flash on it?
No, I'm good. Nah, you better flash it. Go ahead.
You can close that. Just, that's fine. Coming back at ya.
Yep.
All right, that's an Italian technique where the master, sitting at the bench, the maestro, is able to shape and form the piece exactly the way he wants it. Hands off to the assistant, making sure he's got everything lined up in the way he needs it. You see Oliver has shut the furnace doors, so they're keeping that heat in there.
Nice.
Just keep lifting slowly.
Well, I don't know if you're all
You want
holding your
fluffer?
breath, but we clearly were here.
I don't know. You can hit fluff whatever you want. Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Jake's looking to see where he should torch it. Again, if the glass gets too cold at the base, it will crack. So Chris is using this other torch just to heat up that top, letting the natural weight of that hot glass pull itself out. The base here, let's see, that part right there is much cooler. You can see a lot of clear in the teal color. This is the trick. He's heating it up from the back end of the
You can see
glory
them open. I
hole.
can't see what's going
You
on.
can't see what's going on with that bit. It's like being blocked. So he might get a little glimpse of it. It's starting to move. See how it's stretched out? And spinning it up.
Want a bigger flame on that middle?
I think we're okay. I'm going to take a good flash and get one more flash, and I should be able to roll the whole thing up a little more.
Is it a piece of sushi? Roll it on up. In nature, things are typically odd numbers. It looks really good when you have odd numbers. These are some of the tools that we use on the bench. Going back to the glory hole. Oliver and Chris have lost about 2 pounds in water weight so far. It's pretty cool. Some of these pieces, when artists make them, they might do components of them and then glue them together. This is called hot shaping, hot sculpting. None of these products are hollow, but glass blowing is also considered this. So the hot sculpting is part of this.
Thank you.
That's serious.
Serious, baby.
Wow. Now comes the part where we've got to actually put
Just
a
equalize
piece
it
of
now.
copper on the bottom.
Letting the
So
tentacles
you're going to
cool
do
down
that
and
after you break it
the
off?
bottom get hot.
Do you need to preheat the copper at all or no? Room temperature's okay?
We are going to preheat the copper. It's going to be a 3-team job.
Is it a bigger piece of copper or is it regular size?
Regular.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Right on the side.
Yep.
We're doing it like suspended in midair.
Yes. You've got your 2 gloves right here.
Take another flash, Chris.
Yeah, right now.
So I do want to say we have practiced this often. The next couple of stages are going to seem real easy, but it's very
So am I bringing a
orchestrated.
bit or anything if he's holding it or what?
I'm gonna bring over the bit. You knock it off, set that away, and then you're gonna put on black glove and torch the piece of copper on the bottom, just a little bit.
And Oliver's going to hold this up.
Oliver's gonna hold that up. I'll cut it. You squish it.
He's holding this up with the 2 paddles.
Yep.
Are those paddles big enough? Or
Well,
his
you
hand's
don't
going to
want-
be frying?
He's got the gloves on. He's got to hold it just like this. With the
We don't have
gloves.
bigger ones?
Don't really.
No?
They're longer, but
That longer his hands are away from the heat. His fingertips are going to be right there, but it's okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking about a thin, flimsy paddle being this far away with the weight of squishing something down on it.
I think the paddle's plenty strong. It's just a matter of the weight. I mean, the distance, so that the edge isn't like hanging right on the edge of the thing. You want to have it like 4 inches sticking over the edge so he doesn't drop it.
So many questions when it's a product.
You
that
and
we
Oliver,
haven't-
I'll hold the piece. Let Oliver stick the thing in. I never stuck a thing in before.
When
How's
it's a
that sound,
product
Jake?
We
That sounds
haven't
good.
done.
So then you knock it off, or if I'm holding it,
Yeah.
and you can just gather your bit up.
Yep.
I'll get one more good flash on it and give it to you. What? I don't care. Do whatever you want. All I'm doing is sticking the copper in. I'm not going to tell you guys how to do it. Just keep those paddles like this, Oliver.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Do you feel like you're a surgeon? Getting ready to operate.
I hope no surgeon gets this sweaty when they're working. That's all I hope.
Well, a surgeon has a special technician just meant to.
Oh,
Gather it up
yeah.
for 'em.
Jake, you want to gather it up?
Yep, I'm ready.
Oh, that'd be fun. Super amazing. Absolutely
And then
beautiful.
someone's gonna have to probably glove up to put it away too. Might be me.
Where are those gloves?
They're under the bar. We'll grab them.
For those of you who are Loyalty League members, that beautiful horned chalice that was made at the beginning of
No
the
castings?
night
Not yet.
for members only is now available.
Okay, go for it.
So in that link that you guys received earlier today, go ahead
Stay.
and check that out.
Just let it stay if you like.
This is the surgeon ability, because you don't have long. That piece can't stay out of the annealer or
That's it.
out of that hot flame.
Okay.
So Jake's
we
doing
get
the
these gloves
hustle.
on?
He's got the gloves. Preheating them.
Just got them on backwards. That's all.
Get them on forwards.
Okay, I'm working on it.
All right.
Remember, your paddle's got to get pulled out to the left a little bit, Oliver, because the tentacle's underneath it. So,
Hustle victory. Someone open the door.
real gentle. You got a lot of time.
Gentle. Look at that.
Yeah.
Soft, baby, gentle.
Nice work. Nice work.
Nice one. A piece that ends with all of us wearing a glove. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Wow.
All right.
Boy, I wish you guys
Serious.
had smell-o-vision. The wood burning smells so good.
Yeah, we were
Smells good.
talking about making Glass Academy scented candles. So stay
yeah.
tuned for that.
Pretty nice. Okay, I think Bess is going to do some housekeeping. If you guys can turn off your mics.
Absolutely. And if you want to show off the table one more time real quick, just because it's been a hot second. I know we've had a couple things disappear off of it. So this is what we've got still available on the table tonight. It is a Renfest themed table for the night. Do have some beautiful pieces. These pieces have never been seen before on the gathering point, so brand new pieces to you guys. Ellery did a great job setting up those bosom chiller holders. Super cute design. I have a giveaway for tonight as Michelle is showing that off. I also have a couple things to tell you guys about. So as Michelle's still showing those, I'm going to mention customer appreciation for you guys. Customer appreciation is this coming weekend. It is the 13th and 14th of this weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. And the way that Michelle has this described is just so nicely, so I'm going to read this off to you guys. Join the celebration at our special event where you, our fabulous customers, will take center stage. This is a unique experience filled with warmth and gratitude for you, our favorite customers. We have a couple special treats planned for you, but make sure you're checking your emails. So a couple things to go on that we have going on this weekend.
let me throw this in. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
Beth comes in, she works a full-time job, and then she comes in right before the show. We have online specials. So on Saturday morning, check your email. You'll get a code, and you guys, if you're online and can't come local, you can shop online and still enjoy the sale.
Very cool. We will also have exclusive discounts that weekend. So we'll have class discounts if you sign up for a class during Customer Appreciation this weekend. We're going to have a lot of different amazing products at a once-a-year price. You don't want to miss those. We will also have a prize wheel. You can spin the prize wheel. You're going to see a lot of different things. We have some hands-on activities. What is happening?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. We have some hands-on activities going on this weekend. The best part about it is free to come and hang out this weekend, right, Jake?
Oh, it's free.
We have a big bubble blow going on. We have discounted tickets for that if
I
you're
think we
interested
got
in
like
doing
free
that.
bubble tea for the first 50 people coming too.
Yep.
There you go. We are not doing live glass blowing just because it is hot in here. However, we are going to have some photo ops, some contests. We're going to have some share your image to win kind of contests. We're going to have some opportunities to talk to our wonderful people and personalities like Jake here.
Just come kick it with us. It's going to be a great weekend of kicking it, great discounts, and we're also, if it wasn't already mentioned, going to have some specialty action for the members as
Yep,
well.
absolutely.
All these incredible people.
Giveaway this week. Could you hand model that for me?
I can. This lucky winner. Did we talk about these at all?
Nope.
I'll talk about those when we're done here.
Absolutely.
Maybe during the next piece. This
So-
one we were just talking about putting into production. So cool,
Such
so
a
delicious.
cutie. I love the base on it, how it's made out of that cane.
Incredible.
Donna has named this the Purple Bridge Chalice.
Dun, dun.
I like it. The question that you had to answer is, which Glass Academy product do you have that you love to show off to your friends and family when they come over? We have a lot of people that have answered, a lot of really cool answers. I do want to read our winner's answer.
Yes. Who could this be?
Our winner says, we absolutely love your artwork, so, with a bunch of O's, ... We do show off our chalices, splashes, the dragon mugs, love bragging about the tumbler I won. I also own the beautiful Anka pendant that Chris made, hangs in my window for all to see. Guess what? You get to brag about this beautiful little piece too that you win. Congratulations, Bill.
Woo!
So, Bill, you're going to get an email from Donna about how to get that shipped out to you. Keep an eye out for that.
Bess, we were giggling because you were holding up the clipboard, but the way it was folded over, it showed his name.
Oh, oops, sorry.
That's okay. He doesn't know. He knows now.
My bad.
That's all right.
Anything else to add for housekeeping? Super exciting,
Do
fun
the
weekend.
stickers if they did
Whoa,
the stickers.
Yes.
Drop the camera there.
Stickers. Jake, if you could reveal those one by one. We've got some
Any
amazing
guesses?
new stickers.
It's a tree. It could have been a tree.
Bonsai tree. This one is a Pokemon
I
for
thought
sure.
that, yeah, I thought it was like Stitch or something.
Stitch.
Whoa!
That's
sticker
not a Glass
mule.
Academy product.
It's
What's
not.
this one?
Pickle.
Cucumber.
Yay!
I'm growing cucumbers to pickle this summer.
We're gonna have to have some of those.
Absolutely.
Salt shakers, one on the side.
Oh, that looks like a salt
This guy had
shaker.
nothing for that one. What's this one?
Another
Another
pickle.
pickle.
Zucchini. Detroit puddle.
Oh.
And a pomegranate.
It does look like a
It's a
pomegranate.
giant blueberry.
Yeah.
It's a cactus.
So those are amazing. Those are going to be involved in many
weekend
things, many
on the
cool
website.
things. Also, I wanted to show these off. If you all remember from previous shows, you might have remembered us making this giant cobra, maybe this beautiful purple chalice, maybe you remember the Extendo Eye Slug show. Folks, we've got a one and done product page that's going live. We've been talking about it for a long time. Products primarily from our experimental shows, from things you've seen on our content, highly sought after pieces, and they've been photographed, they've been weighed, they're going up on the website. And as a member's perk, you're going to be getting first access to those. And then this coming Tuesday, during our next show, all those pieces are going to be made for sale as our virtual gallery. So I think it's pretty cool. Took a lot of time and effort. Amy up in the front office did a ton of amazing work putting this page together. And I think it's pretty cool. You'll be able to watch the show. Most of them are signed with the number they were on. You can go back and see it being made, and you can purchase that piece. So that's that. You want to take someone's microphone,
Oliver, you can have this back if you want.
Bess's microphone, and explain to them what
Now
you've
that
got
it's cooled
explained.
down.
I'll get started on the next piece here.
Is that the giveaway piece you're getting started on?
Yes.
All right.
This one's for the people.
For the people.
Oliver, if you could remind them that the Loyalty League members piece is live.
The Loyalty League members piece is live. I have something very important. This is something that I need help from all of our members and everyone watching. Jake and I keep on having, let's call them what they are, disagreements about colors.
Let's call them what they are.
And Jake started the giveaway piece because he's scared to debate me. But as you all know, like longtime watchers of the show, Jake despises the color yellow. He does not care for it. And we had a discussion around the color yellow today.
Wait a second. Is it just yellow in general or just glass yellow?
I think it's yellow in general that you
It's
don't.
most yellows, but the reason that we're going to have this color discussion, it might become a weekly thing, we don't know. The color discussion of the day, we want you guys to weigh in on this, is I feel that there's a better yellow
Now,
of the two.
These are two different yellows. I'm not going to say which is which. But Jake has a favorite, I have a favorite.
And
they're not the same. And Jake went so far as to say that his yellow is more artistic.
I would go so far as to say, and I,
say
did
this
say.
is the one Jake picked.
Which
All right,
one?
put it in the chat. I say the one in the left here. Left.
let me
or
tell
right?
ya.
Left or right?
That's your opinion?
I
on the
say left. You just say left or right.
Which one's more artistic?
I'm going to say, this is Chris here, folks, and I'm saying the left one is
question.
the one that's the nicer yellow.
No,
Now-
Jake's choice.
Now, what I have to say as a little hint is, remember, we've got a specific blue that we can go over next week that we've started to name Children's Blue.
We
If
did?
you look at those yellows,
All right, wait,
one
leave it
might
here.
be a child's yellow
that-
and
Leave
one
it
might
right
be
here.
a
Left,
more
right.
conceptual yellow, if you will.
Or maybe
Jake.
one looks like sunshine and the other one looks like
Rain.
Like what?
Rotting banana.
plastic.
To me on camera, the one closer to me, so the one
Yeah,
on this
left.
end,
This one right here.
more of a rich color on camera.
Ah.
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna go
gonna-
into the optic mold over here, Mom.
I'm going to leave those right there.
I've got a bubble here. I've got 3 coats of blue on top of recycled glass. And this piece, through and through, has nothing to do with yellow.
What exactly are you making there, Jake, for the giveaway?
We're gonna make a Renaissanceian snifter.
Snifter?
Yeah.
Beth, are they answering? She doesn't have a mic. What colors?
What are the people saying?
Oh, what are the people saying?
We didn't really give them a clear and concise.
It's pretty
number 1 and
divided.
number 2.
Yeah, so left.
We said left or right.
Right. Brilliant or canary. Left, right.
Who's the bench blowing?
Now I'm scoping out these comments. I'm memorizing everyone's name.
I need to go to a swimming
Dave
pool.
says is one of them canary yellow.
What?
Who said that?
Dave.
Dave.
What did he say?
He asked if one of them was canary yellow.
But I can't disclose
That'd be
which
really-
is which right now.
That'd be really hard to answer, Dave, because we don't have glass blowing colors on our colors.
Well, we do, but we're
I
working on
know.
changing it.
We're renaming our colors.
Everyone seems to think that you like this one the most.
Mary says the one on the left has more sparkle.
Yeah, the one on the right is, I'm guessing, is canary yellow.
The lightest of puff. Beautiful. Look at how nice.
Noise.
When you're going for an optic twist, the best thing you can have happen is the glass starting to fold over on itself. Really good.
Take special notes, Dave.
Well, I wanted to make this one a little bit special for the giveaway and put a special color pattern in here. I've done a few of these now where you just do the swirl like we did before and then gather over it and blow it out, but took a little extra time for the giveaway to give it a nice optic twister, multiple color situation. I'm gonna squish it down one more time so we don't trap any bubbles in here.
Are you gathering over it
Yeah,
for a tiny little snifter?
yeah.
wow.
Why do you say that?
Tell me how you
Enlighten us
really
why
feel.
you say that.
Well, I am going to enlighten everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land about why I said wow. Because he said he was making a tiny little snifter, and it's already tiny, and now he's gathering over it, which means there's a different
Is he doing a strip
definition
gather?
of tiny.
Well, it's gonna have half-inch thick walls.
Oh, so
That's what's happening.
Because it's a snifter for frosting the glass.
Yeah. It's a 5-pound small sifter.
I think that's when snifters turn into boombas.
But he also snipped the glass. Like he drained it.
He sniffed it. Did you sniff it?
I sniffed the snifter.
When you make a snifter glass, folks, it smells different than other glasses, and you can sniff it. That's why it's called a snifter.
I sure hope people know when we're messing with people and when we're not.
They gotta know, dude.
I can see a couple different people at home right now smelling their snifter. Or would they be sniffing their snifter?
When you sniffed your snifter, how did it sniff?
It smelled pretty good. Uh-oh, here comes the bus. Shut it down. Look at that retro thing.
It's got no transmission in it.
I feel
Watch
like
out.
it's like back heavy. There's no wheels in the back.
All the kids always wanted to sit in the back of the bus because that was
Wait
the
now.
bumpiest ride.
I love the back of the bus.
I had a buddy growing up. We hit a bump so bad that he cleared like 4 seats from the back to almost the middle.
Speed bump.
When I went on road trips in high school for basketball games, I'd always sit in the back.
All the
Did-
cool kids sat in the back.
Wait, this is actually a good question I don't know about everyone here. Who rode the bus every day to school?
I was homeschooled, so never. I walked down the
All right,
steps.
Blow hard. Slow down. Stop.
Did you ride the bus every day, Oliver?
Blow. Blow hard. Good.
He can't speak.
I rode the bus from like kindergarten until I think like my junior year of high school.
Did you ride the bus, Jake?
I got on the bus when I was a baby born.
I never rode the bus. I walked
Diapers.
to school. Then drove with these guys, and then drove myself. But I did get speed bumps put in the neighborhood I used to always cut through on the way to high school.
Because you were cutting through too fast?
Yeah, me and other people.
Mainly the other people.
Mainly the other people. A little real light.
Is that what they would call
Beautiful.
a lead foot?
No, this is just a Volio almost.
Ah. You could sculpt that into a lead foot and make the goblet, the foot on the goblet, look like a little foot. Now I'd like to see that happen.
This is a very peculiar shape, folks. A pretty unique and a pretty special one for whomever wins the giveaway this coming week. Let's do a clear foot.
Carrie says I rode the bus every day. Dana says from 6th grade to 12th, I rode the bus every day. Elementary school was just down the street.
I feel like riding the bus would have been fun. We would have been partying on the way to school, throwing cheese wax balls at people in the front seat.
Cheese wax balls.
I rode it
You know,
till
like those little
8th
cheese
grade,
wheels?
and then I started riding my Harley,
What?
my soft tail.
Sounds rowdy.
I was a greaser.
I know Michelle's shown it a couple times, but I want to read off the giveaway question to you guys as well. So Chris is showing that right down there. The question is, what's the most unique summer festival or event you've ever attended? So you're going to send your answers to that to enews@glassacademy.com, and you can win this beautiful snifter that Jake and Oliver are working on right now. Make sure when you send your email, you include your name in that email, please.
Nice cruncher there, Jake. You
Forearm, burnt my fingers, and got the foot on there and functional.
That's important to make sure you get a little bit of pain while you're doing it.
Jeez, boiling water. Alright then. That's real nice. Would you look
Michelle,
at that,
what would
folks?
Answer to the question, babe. What would your
Pretty,
answer to the giveaway
pretty,
question be?
pretty
Looks really
nice.
Pretty good.
My parents every year go to a garlic festival. Oh, I'd like that.
I think my favorite one is
I don't
the
know if Dave
farmers that I
Ebersol's
worked at,
ever
the farm
watching.
I
Is a
worked
good
at. They
friend of
do,
ours that lives
a
in
friend
Maine.
cooks the food.
But Dave, there's your graduating show piece right there on the back of our
And
wall there.
they
That
were
red
talking
one.
over here.
Did you guys need
We're talking.
you are
We're answering a question for the people.
on the microphone?
Uh-huh,
Well,
that's
let me
it.
know.
Well, I just did.
I'm glad we're on the
So,
same page. So here we go.
Here, let's take a look
to
at
a
'em.
farm, and we're going to eat food that was grown on the farm that our friend is the chef for, and it's going to be amazing. That's my favorite.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
good.
That's a nice looking bunny, Alan.
I do have that giveaway question on the bottom of the screen for you guys. Again, it's what's the most unique summer festival or event you've ever attended? Send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. I really do love the questions where they give us more than just like a 1 or 2 word answer. Like if you went somewhere to an event or a festival, what did you do there? Like what kinds of stuff did they have there? Like I know when my parents go to the garlic festival, they have garlic flavored ice cream and garlic, I think soup or some other things like that. Like they have some really unique things. So if you go to something cool like that, tell us a little about it too, just for my benefit. I like to read it. Robin says in the comments, not shipping Robin, another Robin. She says Alabama has a froggy festival. That sounds fun. What do you do at a froggy festival? John says, what happens if you snort while you're using a snifter?
If you snort with the snifter,
Probably suck up some of the foam off the top of it.
might
Choke.
choke. Yeah.
Sounds like a choking episode.
You probably cough.
Anywho, Oliver and I were just, discussing this color pattern and looking at how we think it might just be the perfect diameter of color versus transparency, so you can see what's in your beverage holding device. I'm gonna trim it again because it's still kind of thick. Just manhandle that one, and you're starting to see the shape of this come out a little bit more with that fucking trim. And I'm gonna really try and not heat it up past that widest part of the shoulder so that it doesn't get any slimmer. It's the perfect diameter. It matches the foot perfectly. So I'm just gonna heat that very top bit, pull it out a little more, give it the and then we're gonna give it the take it away. As long as it's straight.
We're the knights that say neat.
Bring me a shrubbery.
Do any of you out there plant for the summer, like vegetable gardens, herb gardens? This year I have, so my fiance built me 2 raised garden beds a
Looking
few years ago,
good.
and this year I have cucumbers that we're gonna pickle.
Very nice.
I'm also growing catnip, basil, tomatoes.
Wish I could hear you. It's
I'm
like
just-
this fan right here is like a blocker of volume.
I'm just talking about what I have in my raised garden beds this year. I have my neighbor across the street, her husband's bandmate brought, his grandmother brought over a 100-year-old tomato plant from Italy. And I have a clipping of it that I planted, and it has just exploded this year. So I have a 100-year-old tomato plant in my raised garden beds this year.
Is that
Well,
tomato
I want a trimming of it.
100 years old?
Yeah, from Italy.
Well, I mean, tomato's probably just a few months old, right?
Probably.
But the mojo of the plant,
The mojo.
I've seen some things.
The tomatoes actually look different too. I don't know what tomato type they quite are, but they look different than any tomato I've ever grown so far.
Interesting.
It's like a young tomato, Jake, but the tomato's wise beyond its years.
Right.
It's a very sophisticated tomato.
Station.
That's looking nice. Now, how are you going to Renaissance it? You guys put your heads together. I got something important to tell everybody out there. If you're local here in Metro Detroit or Ann Arbor, I'm having a gallery opening. So my particular opening at the gallery one time a year, this Friday night, July 12th, from 5 to 8 in Carytown in Ann Arbor. So if you guys are local, come to that show this weekend. It's Friday night. And if you're local as well, we've got our big customer appreciation show this weekend as well at the Glass Academy. So 2 major events. So it's going to work out pretty good. You guys could check out the show Friday night and then come to the Glass Academy on Saturday and just get all kinds of amazing experiences.
13th and 14th
Stringers
this
on that,
weekend
Jake,
here in
we
the
just
gallery
write
from
Ren
11
Fair on it.
a.m. to 4 p.m.
With the torch.
Yeah, what actually happens during the customer appreciation weekend event?
So a lot of different things. We don't have live glass blowing just because it is so hot in here, but we all will be floating
this
around
big.
for you
We
to
can
come and say
incorporate both
hello
ideas.
to us. A lot of different sales, discounts, promotions, items that we wouldn't normally have for sale.
Are there any raffles going on or anything?
There's different contests, there's giveaways, there's raffles, there's a spin the prize wheel. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. So we're super excited for this weekend. It's all coming together.
Nice. All right, guys. So
I'll just
you
take
heard
right
it.
here. Right hot.
You heard it right here. We got the Customer Appreciation Show, and we got the Chris Nordine Studios Gallery in Ann Arbor opening Friday night, 5 to 8. Oh yeah. Those look like some sipping handles to me. And remember, you guys, even if you're from out of state, the Michigan Renaissance Festival runs the second weekend in August through the first weekend in October. So you can check it out, MichiganRenaissanceFestival.com.
Let's do it.
But it's a great event, and if you do come into town to visit, that's a great time to do it because you can come out there and hang out with us. And that Renaissance Festival is one of the largest in the country.
I'm gonna try taking a flash. I gotta get that cut mark out of there. So they pull a little more evenly. Every time you touch it with the tool, you're cooling it down. So it's kind of like, let's get our priorities straight here.
No pressure. It just needs to be perfectly symmetrical.
And for everybody who's just tuned in, this is the giveaway. This is show number 275 of the Gathering Point. We started during COVID, during the, what was it called when we were quarantined? Lockdown, yeah, whatever you want to call it. But we started our live shows then, and we've been doing it ever since for, gosh, almost 4 years or so, maybe at least 4 years, if not more. And every show we do a piece that we give away for free to our people who are watching us, customers, friends, family, anyone who answers the question that we ask.
Stamp it.
Look at that.
At the bottom.
Beautiful,
That
beautiful
is
piece.
beautiful.
That's how you make it Renaissancean, folks.
That's,
Throw something special on there.
yeah.
And what's crazy is you could win this for free.
for free.
If you answer the question on the screen, what is the most unique summer festival event you've ever attended? And you're going to send your answer for that to enews@glassacademy.com with your name in the email, please.
Yes.
Just
They
right.
get you
Ren
entered
Fair
to win,
on
and you got
there?
to come
Ren
back
Fair
next
right
week to
across
find out
there.
if you won or not.
That's some good handwriting for that, Oliver. All right, real tender with that delicate stem. Beautiful punny, Oliver. I saw it when I saw it. You got El Stampar.
We do still have some great items available on the table for tonight if you guys want to take a look at that. I am putting the link to that just one more time in the comments.
Into the box. Sir.
Very nice.
Nice work.
It's a beautiful box
Oliver,
in there.
don't cycle that yet. Are you charging?
We
Yep.
are charging.
All right,
Yeah.
I just got one tiny little casting to cast.
Okay.
So what I will say is you know, the members, we do make an annual reveal video every Thursday. We email it and post it to the Facebook Loyalty League members page. And there's another cool project in there, that Oliver and I are going to talk about a little bit. Something that I've been working on that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to get a taste of a potential new product as well. But that was a beautiful show.
Yeah.
We're a little short on time, as we said we would be, about a half hour short in these hot summer months. We've all been trimming back our schedules because we know it's coming up really fast. In about a month and a half, we're going to be less than that. It's about a month and a week. Ren Fair starts, the busy season begins, and
Yep.
we're going to get down to serious business. And that doesn't mean anything different for these shows. It only means that more creative juices are going to be floating and busting and popping around this shop. So get excited for that. It's going to be sweet. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Become a subscribing member today. Join Best, Tech Support, and the rest of our amazing Glass Academy team. Let us know if you guys have questions. You got anything to tell them?
That was a beautiful show. We recovered really well from our first session of blowing glass today, so that was a nice turnaround for us.
That's right. It's not always a beautiful day in the shop, but it is nice when you stick with it and recoup and produce a live show for the people. So again, let us know
Absolutely.
what you guys want to see next week. If you guys have suggestions, holler at us.
Come see us this weekend. Customer
Come see us this
appreciation.
weekend for our amazing customer appreciation show, and stay tuned for details and discounts and amazing things as a member. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a wonderful night.